In ECC, how do you call?
It's not a business
XQ0
partner.
and
It is
SQ0.
it's not a business partner in ECC. Okay, they will call like a vendor customer.
They'll call it as vendor master. They'll call it as customer master. Okay, and they'll call it as plant vendor. Okay, different things will call in ECC. Now EWM system, how do you call all these things? Vendor, customer, plant vendor. What is plant vendor? Do you know?
Plant vendor, we don't have idea.
For plant requirement, I guess.
Plant acting as a vendor in STO process.
Yes, plant acting as a vendor here. Suppose you know about vendor, okay? You know about customer. What is vendor, guys? Who is vendor?
Vendor is the one from whom we will procure the material.
Okay, who is the customer?
To whom we will give the finished product.
Okay, to whom you will give the finished products. What is plant vendor?
Yeah, as he told, in STO process, another plant within a company code will call it as a plant vendor.
So normally, if you have two warehouses, okay, one is like manufacturing, one is like distribution sector. Example, there are a lot of things will be there like that. This is like this plant is manufacturing, okay. This plant is manufacturing, and this plant is distributing. Both are same companies only. Okay, these are opposite to opposite only. Okay, just 1 kilometer difference is there. Manufacturing and distributing. Distribution means where they will ship to the goods to the customer from here. Okay, distribution sector is called as DC. Okay, now manufacturing happens. Whenever the manufacturing happens, they don't have any space to place the goods, store the goods. When the manufacturing happens, they don't have space to store the goods in the respective manufacturing site. Always they need to transfer to where? DC. They need to transfer to DC. That is called distribution sector. Now, what DC will do? DC will supply the goods to the customer. Now, to perform this action, first of all, manufacturing plant should need to send it to distribution sector, right? So, manufacturing plant I am taking as 1011 example, and DC I am taking it as a different one, which is like, I don't know what is the is 1022. I always need to send stock from 1011 to 1022. If you are transferring the stock from plant to plant, what do you call? In the same company, if you are transferring stock from plant to plant.
Intra.
No, that's really about intra and intra, okay? We don't bother about intra and intra here, okay? What do you call?
STO.
STO. Okay, we'll call it STO, stock transport order. In stock transport order, okay, always the shipping of goods from where? From where exactly you ship the goods? 1011 plant. What is the receiving plant? 1022. In this case, 1011 will act as a plant vendor. 1011 will act as a plant vendor. Right? It's the plant vendor concept.
That means plant acting as a vendor, right?
Yes. Plant acting as a vendor. Okay, forget about intra-STO, inter-STO. Okay, we don't bother about inter here. Just think like plant vendor concept. And in EWM system, we'll create one dummy vendor. We'll create one dummy vendor first of all. Here in this case, not here only, sorry, here only. We'll get dummy vendor here. Dummy vendor is what? Some I'll create like get this one and assign my plant to 1011. For this one, I'll assign my plant 1011. Plant vendor. Now this DUM01 will act as my plant 1011. So I can ship the goods from 1011 to 1022. Means what? Vendor DUM01 to 1022. You understand this one, okay? Don't worry. It's simple concept. This is now tell me. Here we have three master datas, ECC. But when you come to EWM system, we have only one master data. That is called what? BP, business partner. How EWM knows? How EWM knows which is vendor, which is customer, which is plant vendor?
Depending upon role, I guess.
Depending upon the
Role. Different roles.
BP role. Depend upon the BP role. Where you can see that if you open the BP, I go to BP / NBP. BP is the transaction, okay? BP is the transaction. BP. Okay, here I'll get my vendor. So what I will do, I'll get on vendor now. Okay, let me get on vendor here. XK01, I'm creating vendor. Vendor I'll create like okay. This is the vendor. SK03 100627 is my vendor. Now what I should do, guys? I need to shift right. Opening BP in here, EWM system. I'll give my vendor, okay. What the vendor I created, I give my vendor. One 100627. Okay, click on start. No business partner found. Sorry. Here, if you come down, create location BP is there, right? Here you need to select only BP. Only BP. Then it will trigger. If into
Ram,
Hmm.
Ram, create a vendor with alpha numerical and the character, then it will be working, Ram.
why like that?
Yes. I also faced the same issue last time. It should be like RK vendor 01, like case you can create, it will work.
Doesn't matter. Okay, it's not about the number range at all. But you should not activate like that.
Because last time I faced the same issue, then I watched your video, then you created like that, then it's working fine.
Yeah. Ah, I like that. Okay, give me a second, I forgot. Only 04 they are using, okay. But this is not the one. Next X6. Zero. Guys, someone is playing music. Can you please stop it? Okay, let me do the SIF. Okay, CFM1.
Vendor is not chosen.
Ah,
Checkbox.
okay.
Actually, what is the reason behind this RAM? I also still confusing why you only this combination of character and number is allowing the standard behavior or bug in the ID system.
No, normally it should not be like that. Okay,
Okay.
it should allow normally. Let me check that. It's allowing only this one. Okay, I got my vendor here. If you see, JPL vendor.
Yeah.
Now, if you see identification here, if you see the identification, what is the identification it's showing here? What the identification it is showing here?
Vendor.
CRM 004. CRM 004. Very important. Okay, CRM 004. So this JUPL is CRM 004. Means what? Means what for vendor? To go for options here, please go on mute, guys. There are a lot of disturbance. Can you see? CRM 004. So this JUPL is having ID type of CRM 004. Means what? It's a vendor. Same JUPL, if it is having identification as CRM 002. Then it has a customer. It is acting as a customer. Now same JV pair, if it is having ID number of CRM 001, this is what this is called a plant. JVPL 01 is a plant. Got it? Means what? Generally, for every vendor, we will define this vendor is a customer. Normally BP, for every BP we will define like this BP is a customer or vendor. Okay, so just to differentiate. In ECC level we'll call differently, vendor master, customer master, we'll call differently, each is having different names. But in EWM system we have BP, business partner. So how do you identify which is vendor, which is customer? By the ID type. If the ID type is CRM 004, that is a vendor. If CRM 002, that is a customer. If CRM 001, that is a plant. It's a plant vendor, it means like that. Now if you see here, it is coming from where? This information is coming from which system? This information is coming from EH8 CLNT 900. This information is coming from EH8 CLNT 900. Got it? And you can see the identification number, which is vendor number. This is the vendor. This is the vendor number coming from this system. Same thing if you create customer there. In ECC, if you create customer XD01, if you create customer, when you distribute to EWM, what will happen? Here it will be as acting as a CRM 002 customer, like that. Why we need customer, vendor, everything here in EWM? What is the need of having customer, vendor, everything in EWM system? What is the requirement?
They will
To have
be
outbound delivery, inbound delivery only.
Because in the daily basis we will receive inbound, we'll send outbounds. Inbounds means if some supplier will get the inbounds. Outbound means you will send it to the customer. Means for EWM is managing all inbounds, outbounds, right? To receive and to ship the goods, EWM is managing. So EWM should know from whom you are receiving, to whom you need to send. So EWM should know, right? So BP is required in the EWM system. Are you clear on BP part now?
Yes.
ID type, main ID type. Now tell me one more thing. Now this BP is available. Now this BP is available at what level? Purchase organization level or company code level or what level?
company level.
How do you know that?
Only we have selected general data.
Yeah, but if you see here, business partner, vendor, finance services.
Business partner is a general term. That's why it's a overall. We can consider it.
Yeah, but normally this BP roles will be there, right? Not ID type will define. This ID type means what is a vendor or customer. It will define the name of the vendor. Is a vendor or customer. It will define the name of the vendor. But if you want to know this vendor is maintained for purchase organization or not, so everything should be known here. Okay, organization level. Okay, group or you'll get here. Okay, let me change mode. If I go to change mode, you'll get here. You can see sold to party, ship to party. So these roles you need to assign generally. So as per the requirement, as per the company, they'll be given the KT like what all roles they are using and all. So just you need to ensure that the roles is assigned to the vendor or not. Got it? But this is fine, okay. You'll understand it slowly. The main thing is this part. And after that, you need to concentrate on this BP role part. Okay. Any questions on BP, guys? Any questions on BP?
No, Ram.
Okay, good. Practice BP also today. So the one more thing I want to tell is like now you know about SIF, okay? Everyone know about SIF, right? Core interface. CFM1, CFM2, you know, right? Now tell me one thing. Now we are discussing and we are learning on the distributed systems, right? ECC, EWM, we are discussing on the distributed systems. And we have one more thing. What is the other system's name?
Centralized.
Centralized.
Okay, centralized system or embedded system. Okay. Now, do you need SIF in that embedded system also?
No, I guess.
No. Why?
It's already interlinked.
It's already interlinked. It's the same box. The same box, but you need SIF between ECC and EWM.
Because there are two different logical systems.
Yeah,
Right?
because we have two different logical systems. We'll maintain even if you have the same box also. It's good to have two different logical systems.
Okay.
Okay, we need SIF. And there are some things are there, okay, and internally they have given some options. For material master you don't require SIF, okay. In embedded systems for material master you don't require SIF. For remaining everything we require SIF. That feasibility is there in embedded system. In metal master you don't require SIF. CFM1, CFM2 is not required. Okay, metal master you're managing at the client level, so you don't require any kind of SIF in the embedded systems.
Okay.
Anything else on the SIF part? Any questions on SIF part or vendor part, VP part? Because next we will go to the warehouse part. Maybe it will take 20 minutes, not even 20 minutes, maybe 15 minutes to create the warehouse, everything. Okay, we are good up to here. Okay, now very important thing, we are entering into the EWM system now. We are entering into the EWM system now. So we are going to create a warehouse. We are going to create a warehouse. So to create the warehouse, we have three options in EWM system. To create the warehouse, we have three options in EWM system. One is like directly you can define the warehouse. Let me show you. Directly we can define the warehouse. Go to SPRO, guys. Go to SPRO. SAP reference IMG. Now go to warehouse management. Go to warehouse management. Now go to master data. Go to master data. Here can you see define warehouse number. Directly you can define warehouse number. Just I need to copy from the existing one. So it will copy only the warehouse. It will not copy any other attributes. It will copy only warehouse. Okay. Now the other thing which you have is like BC sets. Normally we will not use in real time, but BC sets, there is option given by the SAP BC sets. That is called -n SCPR20 transaction, guys. SCPR20 BC sets. So you need to activate the BC sets here. So once you activate the BC sets, automatically it will copy from the existing